Mr. David Borden, Executive Director, Stop the Drug War.
Sorry, is this on? Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is David Borden, Executive Director of StopTheDrugWar.org, a Washington, D.C. based organization. I'm also the coordinator of a coalition with 350 organizations calling for global drug policy reform. We second the call made early during this session by Mr. Reyes that there should be new conventions for drugs or changes to the existing conventions, and by Jamaica's representative for a review of the international drug control architecture. Our coalition's main statement, while stopping short of calling for drug legalization, does argue that legalization may ultimately be necessary for practical or political reasons in order to secure human rights. We have argued for the supremacy of human rights under the UN Charter when drug control and human rights objectives are conflicted. We have supported a proposal made by Colombia, Jamaica, and some other countries for an expert advisory group to do that review of the international drug control architecture and lay out what the options may be for moving forward. We regret at this UNGASS and at the preceding CND that instead of acknowledging the ramifications of new drug policies, the chosen approach for so many countries has instead been to, quote unquote, affirm their commitment to the drug conventions, which stated in that way seems to imply that these treaties should never be changed. But it's the norm with international treaties that they do get reviewed and adjusted at times. In my own culture's tradition, the Jewish tradition, we will ask at our first Seder tomorrow night, why is this night different from all other nights? My question for the UN today is, why are the drug treaties different from every other treaty? The idea of committing to the conventions, stated in that way without qualification, has the seeming character of a loyalty oath as opposed to a policy analysis. The drug conventions were written variously between 28 and 55 years ago during different times. We also regret that the discussion on new psychoactive substances has taken such a narrow approach. Our coalition advocates that the discussion on NPS should include regulatory options, not solely prohibitionist ones. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I would like to give the floor to Ecuador. Rosa, please.